What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Max Stack Motorsports. Today we're continuing tackling the figure 8 car, the Honda Civic 2009. As you guys can see, I've already done a couple things while we were away. First and foremost, the airbag. So driver's airbag here off the steering wheel. I think there it is right there, actually, right on the bottom. So took that out. Obviously you're gonna have to take all these airbags out if you want to do some demolition derby stuff, but yeah, this one actually came out really easy. And again, I'm not really gonna show you guys how to do everything on this car. The whole part of this series is to kind of just follow along, but there was like literally just two T30 Torx on each side, and then I just had to disconnect the actual what's called airbag sensor from right here. So one of the easiest airbags I've had to remove. I've had a couple cars that are just absolutely brutal. We also went ahead and removed the headliner. So I have someone that's supposed to be picking up the headliner with a couple other parts. And then you can see right here the side curtain airbag. So definitely a bit of a pain in the ass for sure with all the airbags in this car, but we're going to be removing that today, as well as this side here too. So this is the left side. So far it looks pretty basic. Couple Phillips kind of screws and bolts here. And then I'm going to remove this door panel. So I have someone that wants the window regulator for the driver's side window. Someone wants this door panel as well, so I'm going to remove that. And then I think what we're going to do as well is probably take out the seats. So this one, obviously you guys know the passenger seat is already taken out. We're going to remove the driver's seat here where we're sitting. I'm going to try to get the carpet out today too, and if it all goes well, we'll probably try to get this center console out too. Yeah, so just continuing on with stripping the car before we get into the nitty-gritty. First and foremost, you know, we want to get rid of all the stuff that we don't need. Probably going to have to try to get this airbag out. Usually these are the hardest ones, depending on the car. If you guys do get into this stuff, I mean, you could probably sawzall it all out, but you run the risk of cutting any wires that you shouldn't have. I've learned the hard way with that, so I'll try to get that airbag out too as well. Hopefully that's all the airbags. If not, I'm sure we will find out the hard way, but yeah, welcome back again, guys, to another video. Let's get started again and hopefully make some good headway on this 2009 Honda Civic. So definitely a lot more room now with the two seats removed, and I mean same thing with the back ones. But you can really see the difference, guys, in the cars as far as where the people sit the most. I mean, look at the driver's side here, a lot more dirt. We have a lot of salt residue as well. Pretty popular with the cars here in the Toronto area. Definitely get a lot more salt, and this is usually where the floorboards go on these cars. Not just the Honda Civics in general, but just pretty much any car that grew up in this area, whereas the passenger side is almost spotless. So yeah, it does feel good to have a lot more room in here. I mean, I'm gonna start working on this center console before we get going on the door card here, as well as the window motor, and then hopefully today get the airbags out as well, like I stated earlier. But yeah, let's continue on here. Let's get this console out. Definitely have to get this car a bit of a vacuum before we tuck it away for the night. I mean, I'd like to really get the carpet out of this car today if possible. Should be feasible. We'll see how it goes, but let's just start off with this console, which is always a huge pain to do, that is for sure. But take our time, step by step, and hopefully everything comes out in one piece. little bit more progress here, guys. There's our one airbag right there, which is yeah, that's huge. To at least see that. There we go. Hopefully get that out. Again, trying to save the car as much as possible. Got our glove box off, as you guys saw. Just working on the console. It's fairly loose, just a couple odds and ends here, and then it should come off hopefully okay. These are always a huge pain, but once this is out, get the vacuum going. I mean, I can remove the rest of the trim too, and then finally get the carpet off, and we're getting somewhere. Oh yeah, it's nice and cool out today. Thank God. It's been an absolute scorcher here lately, but we got to take advantage of these nights right now while we can. We got so much going on at the time of this video with getting the GTI going, rims for the Mazda, and the fares aren't too far away. So just keep on trucking here, guys. Yes, guys. Whew, there we go. So we have a bunch of trim all taken out, as well as, you guys saw, getting the motor out. On the driver's side, we got the duct tape going again. And yeah, again, I usually don't like taking the windows out this early, but if people are calling for them and it helps out with the funding for the other projects, then I'm gonna have to do it. So as you guys can see, it's getting really dark out again. Camera making it look a lot brighter than it really is, but yeah, I think I'm gonna just kind of like clean everything up here. I might give the carpet a vacuum. We'll see how it goes, and then I'll bring you guys in maybe either tomorrow once I get the GTI to Adrena for the alignment, and then I think yeah, we'll take out the airbags tomorrow at the back here on the sides and whatnot. We're gonna work on getting that one out as well, and then we're gonna try to get all the trim and carpet, everything out of the trunk too. That way we have the entire interior, as far as from the dash back, exposed right down to the bare metal, and then we can start taking off stuff like the speakers, you know what I mean, making sure the spare tires out, all that stuff. And then from there on, we can work on what we're gonna do for our fuel setup. And for our battery, we're gonna be moving our battery just over here, so we're using some threaded rod going underneath, washers, all that type of jazz, maybe a milk crate. Actually, I do have a bit of a kind of like frame thing that I made a while ago. We'll see if it still works, but yeah, good progress on it so far here today. But I will bring you guys in tomorrow. We'll work on getting the airbags out together, as well as all the speakers and all that jazz, and then hopefully we can continue on. So continuing on here with the figure eight build, yeah, the last clip showed you guys getting pretty dark, but now you guys can see everything kind of coming together. Yeah, it's been a couple days, been busy with everything, but yeah, we got the airbags off of the top driver's side there on both the pillars, as well as the passenger side's gone. Actually had someone that came and bought them, which was nice. And then again, yeah, guys, slowly dissecting everything. Passenger airbag is out as well. In order to get that, I had to take all this stuff off. So the radio sitting there, there's the passenger airbag right now. But yeah, what we're gonna do, I'm just gonna take off the carpet. So the carpet's got to come out, and then we're gonna try to take off the blower motor, as well as this little box, because this is where the access for all our fuel lines and our battery cables are gonna go. Try to take this off, probably have to cut a bigger hole in the firewall. We'll use like a car mat or something just to kind of seal it up for now. But yeah, so let me grab the carpet, take it out, and get all this crap out of here. Hopefully it doesn't rain, and then after that we can probably end the video on that note. But yeah, let's get to it. So now that we have that all taken care of, and again guys, definitely not the prettiest, but I warned you, it's going to be sacrilegious with a lot of this stuff, especially with time getting against us here. But here's our opening. So again, this is where obviously you have your cabin filter. You can see the windshield wiper linkage there. I'm gonna have to take that out as well. That will open up a lot more space, and then we're gonna run our fuel lines and our battery cables through there. And then the battery will sit in this general area, again with some threaded rod. I gotta make sure before we drill underneath there's no brake lines and fuel lines underneath here, so I'll have to make that work. But yeah, getting closer to getting all that stuff done. Again, I have so much crap here, pretty much selling everything I can. Getting close to just tossing everything out. Still have to strip the back out just a little bit. And then the windows, I mean, you guys can see some of the windows have fallen down with no motors, so those will be coming out shortly. I think I'm going to work on getting the speakers out too as well. And then yeah, once that's done and everything's all gutted here, guys, we can start putting everything together. Everything kind of gets a little bit easier as we go. Still gonna make the header and yeah, run all our lines and whatnot and move all our grounds. So I'm just gonna end the video here on this one. Again, guys, appreciate you guys following along with our figure 8 build in the 2009 Honda Civic. Other than that, feel free to follow me, Instagram, MaxTech Motorsports. As always, don't forget, guys, to comment, subscribe, and like the video. I will talk to you guys very soon. Can't wait. Take care.